before we get out of here, let's do some reflecting, TJ. And part of this is obviously it's our 50th show, but like it aligned well. We're recording this on Wednesday before the award show has taken place. The Barstool 20th anniversary award show, which I didn't even realize it was an award show until like 3 days ago. I thought it was just like a celebration. But now, is that what we're calling it, an award show?
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of confusion over exactly what the details of this show are in every aspect. Who's presenting, who's nominated, who's going. But
what it is
a celebration of 20 years of Barstool Sports, newly re-owned by Dave Portnoy. Everyone's here except for you and soon to be me, because I'm in one of the side rooms of the House of Blues in Boston right now, but I'm not going to the show. I'm catching a 5 p.m. train back to New York so I can keep recording the podcast and then move out of my apartment in 12 hours later. But it's a big day for the company.
You at least showed face there today doing the yak, and then you're going to get out. I don't know if anyone will notice because you showed face, I did not. So here's my story. Here's what happened from my perspective. I got sent the information about it. I read through it, and my interpretation of what was taking place. Now this was like a month ago when they first like put out maybe it was longer than that, but when they first put out the thing, they sent it to all the employees and like, this is going on. Feel free to come if you want, whatever. There was something in there that was like, one, it's not mandatory. This is not a mandatory deal. This is just kind of like a side thing. So I was like, not that I'm trying to get out of it but it was just like, all right, so now I have to make a decision. Now the decision falls on me. Do I go or do I not go? And then as I was reading through what it felt like it was, TJ, I thought it was just going to be like the OG guys. I thought it was going to be like all the guys that like launched the I interpreted it as like a live podcast from like the 5 or 6 guys that were most pivotal to the early days of the company, sitting around telling war stories. And I genuinely thought I should not go to this, because I thought if I show up to this as like a guy who was hired like 3 months ago, I would look like an asshole for a celebration of like how far this company, like remember when this company was a baby and now it's exploded and then the guy who you just hired the other day shows up and tries to like co-opt all the success and say like, this was, man, it's been a fun ride, Dave. I remember when I was getting coffee for you back in Milton, and you used to ask me, Titus, you think we got a chance of being anything? And I remember I looked you in the eye, Dave, and I said, as long as you believe in yourself and follow your heart, David Portnoy, I think someday you just might have a company that you'll be able to buy back for $1. Like I thought, like if I was there doing all that shit, he and everyone else would be like, what is Titus doing here?
Yeah.
So my strategy to this was don't stand out. And if you go, you're going to stand out. So don't go. This is completely backfired, TJ. I am standing out in a big way. But in fact, when I walked into the Chicago studio to do the show, everyone in this office was like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. It seems like everybody in the company somehow is here. I don't really know how they decided who got that invite or whatever, because like Jack Mack was never told to come to this, and he gets more views than like anybody else in the company does. But in your defense, you are working, so it's like sorry I couldn't go to Boston for a night and just sit around and jerk everyone off as we hand awards to each other and pat each other on the back for how awesome we are. I have to do my fucking job, TJ. Sorry, somebody's got to preview the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah. Sorry, like I might be keeping the lights on at this company by doing podcasts about the Little League World Series and the FIBA World Cup and Indiana high school basketball. So thank you for the opportunity to go, but unfortunately I have to carry this company on my back and talk about the basketball tournament nobody cares about.
You'll go to the 25th year award show. I
will. Yeah, I'll go to restart the clock, because Dave just bought the company back. So like really. Right. We can, I was here from the beginning. I can say that at least. So for the next one, I will go because I was there at the beginning.